forward. Just a few updates. For those of you who are going to attend the MMPA meeting tonight, I just want to let you know that the Department of Ag is going to be in attendance and will be able to discuss scales and some of the other agriculture-related issues for you. As you know, the banking industry here in Colorado has been, I use the term, somewhat hesitant to get involved with the industry here, and I'm happy to announce that we have Herring Bank, which is the local branch of Colorado Springs State Bank. I believe is partnered with TBD companies. Mr. Campbell Burgess, Chance Williams, and Dustin Fisher are present. And while we don't endorse any specific financial institution, they have advised me that they're willing to work with the industry, and they're present today. And I advised them that I would give them a few minutes just to let you know kind of who they are, where they are, and where they want to go with this. So, gentlemen. Would.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. My name is Dustin Fisher. I'm in charge of business development there at Colorado Springs State Bank down in Colorado Springs. Here with me this morning, we have Chance Williams. Chance works in the compliance area. Alan Gregory is our market president. And Campbell Burgess, our CEO. We certainly understand the challenges the industry is facing. I want to make sure, and we hope is evident by our visit today, that we're committed to being a partner in providing banking solutions for this industry. Everything from traditional banking accounts, purchase card processing. Also, we're committed to placing a minimum some night drop boxes up here, strategically located. That's part of our visit and why Campbell and Chance are here today. We're going to be exploring some areas. So, also this evening, be attending the MMPA gathering tonight, and so I'll be available if you want to talk in more detail in terms of specific products and setups and banking relationships. But again, we're happy to serve this industry, and feel free to contact me. I'll leave you cards if that's okay too, Matt. Otherwise, for those who will be there this evening, we look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you for coming this morning. Just a reminder to the workgroup participants that attendance at these meetings really is critical. We're moving forward with the rules, I would say, after about 4 meetings now. The initial 92 pages that were passed out in terms of drafts that I gave you, we've worked through just about all with the exception of about a dozen. So that's a credit to the hard work that the participants of this committee have engaged in. In addition, for the benefit of the folks in the audience, what you see behind me on the wall are the issues that we've identified that the industry is going to undertake, making recommendations for the drafting of rules. There's some fairly critical industry issues that we're dealing with, and they've spent an inordinate amount of time on their own time really trying to work through and create something that really does facilitate the regulatory process, and I want to thank everybody on the work group for their efforts on the front end. We have had a request for the use of supercritical fluid technology. It's apparently an extraction process. I'll be working with probably those in the grow area to learn more about this technology as we move forward. I understand it to be a very clean, healthy process. I just don't know enough about it. I've also asked the health department to assist me in that endeavor as well. And I know that he knows what that is. Yes, he did. I don't even know how you spell it. It's a good technology, and they're also going to provide some assistance. With that, I also want to mention that we've had a significant number, I can't even count this high, of POS systems, industry-related POS systems, people that have approached Dan and I, the health department, as well as DOIT, in hopes of moving forward with their IT systems. And I'm going to punt this to Dan, that's his side of things, but internally we're working on some processes and we're just not to that point, so I'd ask you to back off, and there's no other way to say it at this point. I can't tell you the number of phone calls. Out of every 50 phone calls, messages left on my phone, 35 of them are from IT related to POS systems, and I just don't have the time at this point. We're not to the point where we can even talk about that. So please respect the boundaries there. And Dan, if you want to talk a little bit about where we're going there.
Yeah, I guess that's just follow up with that is that, you know, we've seen a lot of great systems. We've seen a lot of people that come in and the marketplace and the marketplace, we feel the marketplace is going to be there to, once we set minimum standards and minimum qualifications for data, what we need for our internal systems between us, we're creating, we've got an internal work group between public safety, between CPHE and ourselves, and even DOR has been asked to be at that table. But all the people, all the players within the state, sharing data, building systems, doing our licensing, all the things we need to do. But we feel that once we get those systems up and running and the data and everyone knows what we're going to require, that will give a good indication for the systems that are being built out there and the people that have them to go out and sell them to the industry and let the market test their product and have a good product for individuals to then buy. So the free market, I guess, is going to do that. At this point, we've had discussions with the health department, with CPHE, and we talked a little bit about whether we wanted to go to some kind of an overall system, and that really isn't where we're going. We're going with an internally built system that will collect data from either hand input or from data input from the systems that are out there. Do we have those standards yet? We're working on them. We will make them available. We'll make them know how. But for the folks out there trying to dictate whether you need all this fancy equipment or if you just need something that's basic to your needs, depending on the size of your shop, the size of your operation, that's what we want to do. If you want to, the more secure, the more secure things you want in that POS system, on your inventory system, the things you want to do, that really is up to you. It's a personal choice between you and your provider, as long as you can provide the information to us. So that's just in a nutshell. That's kind of where we're going. We really don't want to dictate that everybody has to do something and then have a transaction fee or all the other things, data kept off site. We feel much better if we're keeping the data and doing all the stuff that we require. And if you want to go beyond that, please feel free to do all of those things. They can go into your accounting system, do all the things you need to do. That's kind of where we're at this point.
Thank you, Dan. Thanks. With that, we'll move into the agenda. We have a few subcommittee rule proposal reports. You have a few handouts this morning. The first one is the top sanitary requirements. These are the rules that we discussed at the last meeting with the relative changes that were discussed. The only thing that is not in this packet is the storage warehouse transportation. I represented to the board that I would reach out to public safety, CDI, CSP, to get input from them. In fact, I talked to Lieutenant Colonel Scott Hernandez from CSP, and they just weren't able to arrange things between the last meeting and this. I've let them know that it's critical that we get their input moving forward. Just like if you fail to attend the meeting, the process moves forward. The same is true with public safety and CBI. So hopefully we'll have something for the next meeting. First on the agenda is the subcommittee rule proposal submitted by Nick King, and I know he's worked with a number of groups. Nick, if you would, we have your proposals here. If you would, for the benefit of those at the table as well as those in the audience, briefly describe who you worked with, which subcommittees, because there's several up here, and I know that you worked with more than one, and really